So I have been really kind of struggling the last couple days, and I'm not sure why. Sometimes I feel like I get like this. I don't know if it's the weather or if it just happens to be kind of what's going on, or maybe it's the amount of workload that I have, but I tend to get anxiety, and sometimes it's just kind of overwhelming. So the last couple days I've really had a lot of anxiety, but I'm not really sure why. When I was younger, like a teenager, I used to have like all these symptoms and I couldn't figure out what was going on. My heart would race, I would start to feel nauseous, and I just, like, I would have this heavy feeling. I'd go to the doctor and then they would say, "Oh, it's all in your head." And I'm like, I swear it's not in my head. So I went years like that. And eventually I got into my early 20s and I went to a doctor and he handed me this pamphlet and he said, "Here, take a look at this." And I started reading through it and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is everything that I have. And he said, "Flip it over." So I flipped it over and it said anxiety, panic attacks. And so I have dealt with panic attacks kind of my whole life, because from like maybe like 22 to 42, I didn't have one at all. I'm not exactly sure how that happened or how it was managed during that time, but I then started getting them again in my early 40s, and sometimes it happens more often than other times. Like I could go a really long time without having any, and then all of a sudden they'll pop up and I'll start having them like often, and then it goes away again. So not like, I don't know a whole lot about them. I just know how they affect me, and I'm sure they affect everybody different. So what I decided is that I know myself pretty well, and I know that if I can have my space around me clean and like decluttered and organized, and my mind works so much better and my anxiety level actually goes way down. I'm able to focus a lot better. I am able to keep track of things a lot better, and I'm just way more productive. So here's what I'm dealing with right now. Let me show you what I have going on. So I have all this. So this is like birthday presents, because we have birthdays coming up. The end of the year we actually have quite a few birthdays. And I have like this is toys that got thrown in here. Our chicken water we never put on. This was supposed to be return items to Walmart I never took back. More presents. I've got filing stuff. I've got vlog things happening. We've got the eggs that are supposed to hatch that I don't think are going to. I mean, there's just so much happening here. And it's like, oh, I've got all this school stuff over here I need to do. And then on top, I've got all this stuff up here. It's like a catch-all. This is like a catch-all area where when the kids don't know like where to put something, or I'm like, oh, I'll deal with that later, then it kind of just gets thrown in here. And then it just adds up and adds up and adds up. And this is the place where like I work all the time. So everything I do is really done on the computer. You've got school, I've got the Connelly Clan vlog, I have any of the stuff that goes along with our family, like any of our meal stuff, any of our like medical stuff. I mean, just like literally everything. And so I'm in here all the time working, and so I really need this place to be clean and organized. So that is what I'm working on today. I'm going to work on getting this space clean, and then from there I will probably go out and start making sure everything else is decluttered in the rest of the house, because even when I walk through the house and it's got clutter in it, I'm just like, oh, I can't do this. And it just weighs on me and weighs on me and weighs on me. So that is what I'm doing today. I am hoping that by cleaning this office and getting it organized, that I will be able to recenter myself, and I will be able to focus so much better, not feel so much anxiety, and not just kind of be stuck. So I don't want to be stuck. I want to be productive, and I want to be motivated. And so that is what I'm going to try to do today. The first thing I need to do is find a place to put this stuff that needs to like leave here. So I've got like the toys, which I have multiple things here. This goes in the storage room downstairs. This goes in the boys' room upstairs. So I think I'm gonna put everything on my chair over here that I need to like get out of this room. Here's another thing. This goes on the stroller. Like, why is this in here? I have no idea how this even got in here or why it's even not on the stroller. But things like this happen all the time. I had this great idea. I bought this squeegee from Walmart because every time we try to vlog driving, our windshield is like covered in bugs and it's so gross. And I'm like, okay, let's solve that problem and we'll get a squeegee and we'll clean our windows so that way we can vlog out our windows. But have I even used it once yet? No, I haven't. The next thing I think I'm going to take out of here is, ta-da! These are actually Gavin's. I bought these because he is the pickiest eater, and he loves these, but only chocolate. Normally I can't find these at Walmart, and so when we went to Costco I saw them, and I was like, oh, I've got to grab them because Gavin, I don't know why, I still haven't figured out why. We know Gavin has been a picky eater forever, and I want to make sure that he gets all of the like vitamins, minerals, nutrition, and everything that he needs. So because he loves these so much, I went ahead and got them to make sure that he's actually getting what he needs, because he hardly will eat anything. It seems like every dinner I make he hates, and he's very like, all he wants to do is eat, you know, Pop-Tarts for breakfast, which is horrible. And if you say like you have to have this, or he just won't eat. I think he thought that other people were going to drink these and no one else seems to care. So I think I can move these safely into the kitchen. Here's our little mini tripod for vlogging with a camera. Isn't this so cute? I saw this and I don't even know where I got it from. I didn't buy it, but it came with something. And I just thought that that was so funny that you could have a little mini tripod for vlogging. But this, I think, we don't use this right now. I thought maybe Rosie would want to use it, but I'm going to put this up in my, I have a filming tote that has all of our stuff for filming. So I'm going to put that in there. I do keep Band-Aids in here, but I think I'm going to put them in a drawer and kind of out of sight. We tend to have kids that like to use Band-Aids as stickers. And I think that's a common thing for kids to do. So what usually happens is kids will use them, and then when somebody actually needs one, we're out of them. So I tend to keep these near me so that way we don't have the sticker issue. After this cleaning, one of these days I'm gonna have to actually like clean my drawers out real good, because they are starting to get full of things and I feel like they really need organized. And again, if the office is clean and I can't see it and it's in a drawer, I'm fine. But I will get these little feelings like, ooh, I should really organize my drawers. So I will do that. I just won't do that today. We do keep a treat bucket, and I really don't have, actually the only thing I have left in here is this. And we give the kids incentives, not just the toy like basket, the reward prize basket, but they also can earn a treat after they do their stuff. So I have it set up so there's actually 4 times a day they can earn a small treat, and it's like anything I have trouble with. So like I have a lot of trouble with the kids getting up, getting dressed, brushing their hair and teeth, and being ready by 9 a.m., which is school time. So I offer an incentive at that point. I also have some struggles with them actually doing their work. So we also offer an incentive after their school is done. It seems to be working, which is a plus. So that is what this is easy for me to carry around, and I have to do that because if I don't do that, I have kids that will come in and they will just take them whenever they want one. And the only reason that I don't like that is because then it doesn't really work as an incentive anymore. So we recently found out, which this is very unfortunate, but in Iowa, even though the kids can get their permit at 14, because they have a Nebraska permit, they have to go take the Iowa permit test. They have to hold that permit for 6 months, then get a student driver's license, which they can only drive, I think, about 30 miles, maybe it's 25, 30 miles away from home for 6 months. And then they can actually get a real driver's license. And even though, like, John is 16 and he should be able to get a real driver's license now, he has to start all over in the state of Iowa, which really stinks. So we went ahead and got him his permit, and so he has to wait 6 months before he can get his student license. And so that is what this stuff is. It's the log that we have to keep. And I don't really understand why they do that. It makes no sense to me. He's had his permit for an entire year already. We already, have kept track of his driving, but because we moved states, they're making us redo it all over, which I don't get. But as far as school goes, everybody has a folder. They're not all just colored. Some of them do have designs on them. We just kind of used what we had. I did buy these new. So my thinking was everybody has a folder and then they can keep all their stuff in their folder. Everybody has a list, like what to do, and I'll show you more about how I decided to keep track of our schooling. It's I'll do that in another video because there's actually quite a bit that goes to it, especially with so many kids. But I was having a really hard time figuring out how to keep track because this year I have so much more because we have more kids. So Christian's in kindergarten. Last year, Charlie and Gavin went to public school. So now I have 3 extra children that I'm doing homeschool for. And as the kids start getting older, and we're always trying to go back and catch up on anything, that they didn't actually learn or that they're still struggling with. And so it has been a little bit of a challenge to try to keep track of where every single person is at, but I think I figured it out, and so I will show you that here soon. Lily's cowgirl hat, Eden's bear. Now this actually is in here because Lily bought this for Eden for her birthday. It's so cute. It lights up, but the kids, somebody anyways, ruined it. And I don't know if we just need to put more batteries in it or what happened. I can't quite figure out what is going on with it. It just will not light up anymore. And so there's a good chance, I feel like, unfortunately, things get broken really easy in our house. And it's just because I think we have so many little kids that are just intrigued how things work. And then things tend to stop working after they have inspected them. And so it's quite unfortunate, but it's still a cute teddy bear even if it doesn't light up. And Lily's hat, I'm not sure why that's in here. Oh, money. You gotta love that. Okay, it is looking better already. My floor isn't the best, but my desktop is feeling pretty good. I wish I had a little mini cup to put my pens in that I use all the time. I bet I could find something. Let me tell you, these farm flies are horrible. They are not scared of you whatsoever. As a matter of fact, they keep coming back because they really want to sit with you. Sucks. Never know when you're going to need those. Now, we do need to wrap these presents. because we have some birthdays coming up soon. I bought these shoes, they were the wrong size, and I was going to return them, but what happens is I tend to get so busy and then I procrastinate. I'm like, I know I'm going to Walmart, but I'll take those back later. And later becomes too late to take things back, and that is what happened to me. So the good thing though about some of this stuff, like the shoes, is that I will definitely have another child that wears this pair or wears this size. And so they are still a viable option for someone. And I will hang on to them, and then they will have some brand new shoes, and the store probably won't even sell these anymore, or Reebok probably won't even make these anymore. And so they will look like they have something that no one else has. And that is the positive spin that I'm going to put on not taking them back. And don't you love when you find missing chargers? It is the next day, and I did get my office cleaned up a little bit yesterday, but every time, I'm sure I've said this before, every time the kids get up from like their nap, after that, my day just like gets so busy. And not that it's not in the morning, but usually it's more like school stuff. And then afternoons are just like a lot going on with kids and preparing for dinner and all that stuff. So I got so busy and I was not able to finish. I want to show you what I did get done though in my office. So I do have my inspiration boards up there. This is what it's looking like right now. And it's so much better. Like, it's so much better than what it was. My floor actually doesn't have a ton of stuff on it anymore. And so that, I'm feeling really pretty good about it. The only thing I need to put this stuff away here, which I can take that goes upstairs. This is fairly organized. I've got kids printing stuff for school. And I've got my folder holder thing over here that I need to put stuff in folders so that way it doesn't slouch them anymore. But all of this really is pretty good. The only thing I really kind of wanted to do was back in here. I just kind of shove things back there sometimes, just so that way I can put them, like, keep them out of the way. Those are the things that I use, but like it's not necessarily every day, and then I just kind of put them there so that way I have them in here. But so that is it. But now, okay, so today, because it's another day, I actually have some other things on my list to do. So today is actually Friday, and normally what I have been doing recently is it's my responsibility to clean the entire upstairs except for the girls' room where they have the 4 girls in it. Because the little girls are upstairs, the little boys are upstairs, and so I usually will like vacuum their room and just make sure everything is picked up, even though normally everything is picked up. There's usually not a huge mess in either of those bedrooms, so it's usually just a matter of vacuuming, which is pretty simple. I will try to get my like laundry stuff, my laundry room area clean, which normally our laundry room area is pretty clean, especially for having such a big family. When I walk through there, I don't like having it a mess. So, and I'm going to do a laundry video because I did one like 5 years ago, but we do laundry so different. And it works so well for us that I thought I would share with you how we actually do it and make it work. So I want to go through that. I know like there's some towels in there that I need to fold. Also, usually I will vacuum my bedroom, make sure my bed is made. I know I've been kind of gathering some things in my room. I have a back corner and then I have a table. And so things kind of get set there that need dealt with, and then I have to at some point deal with them. So usually on Fridays when I'm cleaning the upstairs, I take care of all that stuff. So I'm gonna go up there. I feel like my office is pretty good and I can think at this point. I do want to clean it a little bit more. I want to dust and like clean that back corner and stuff. So I will do that if I have time later, but today I would like to get the upstairs done because then usually on the weekends I will focus on our downstairs. Here's just a quick peek at what I got going on here. So Logan likes to come in my room in the mornings and he brings his pillow and blanket, and he likes to hang out next to my bed because usually he gets up so early. But then I've got this stuff tucked back here. I've got this table full of stuff over here, and the first thing I'm gonna do is make my bed, because I feel like when a bed is made, it just makes the room feel so much nicer, like just clean and put together. So I'm gonna start with my bed, and then I'm gonna work my way around the room, and then we'll move on to the next space. All right, bed is made. Next, I think I'm gonna move on and tackle this table, which is probably the second messiest spot, or maybe it's even the first. I guess I'm thinking the bed was the first, but this is probably the messiest spot. All kinds of things just get gathered on here, and I just need to figure out what to do with it. Some of it needs to go down to our basement storage, because it's like clothes that are sizes we're not using, and I've like found them in my closet, or things like that. So Sean was working on the finishing off some of the carpeting that didn't get finished before, and so I'm going to tackle this next. Table is done, and I am going to leave these here, I think, or I might just put them in my closet, but that right there is curtains that I wanted to put downstairs in our living room. That's like the playroom for the kids. So I've just kind of left those out here, so that way at some point we will hang those up. I do need to buy rods for them, which is probably the problem, because you have to have a rod to hang them. So this is done. Now over here we have a desk that we got from Grandpa Joe, and it was downstairs, and I found it when we were cleaning our basement out. It was like with our stuff from when we moved in and put our stuff in the basement, and then I found that down there and I had forgotten about it, and so we're gonna put it up. I would have put it where that table is instead of the table, because it'd be nice to have a little desk there. But then also I thought, well, if we set this up, we could have the table and the desk. And then if we wanted to, you know, Sean and I could both sit up here and work. This is actually the quietest room in the house. In the office downstairs, it's so loud because all the kids are always running in and out. So it's right by the door where it slams. That door can slam, I don't know, like maybe 50 times in 30 minutes. And I don't, like, that's not even an exaggeration. The kids come in and slam it, and there'll be like 3 of them. So it's like in slam, in slam, in slam. Then they'll all run back out. It'll be out slam, out slam, out. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So that, and then the sunroom is right there. So you can hear the TV's always blaring. And so there's just always a lot of noise there, and so if I ever needed like a quiet space, it would be nice to have another area where Sean and I could just sit together, or if we needed to talk about things that were going on, and or we used to actually a lot sit next to each other. We'd have a big, huge desk where we could sit right next to each other, and then we could like pull things up on our computers and point, you know, show them to each other, and so we were used to doing that. And then the last, I'd say probably, maybe 8 to 10 years, we've probably gotten away from that. So anyways, I'm gonna see if Gavin can come up here and put this desk together. Sean had mentioned maybe having Gavin try to do it and see, because he's at that age where it's time for him to start learning like how to do things. And so I thought that was a good idea. So we'll have him come up and see if he can do it. And then if we need to, we can have John or myself or Sean can help step in and help him with what he can't do. Here's where I'm at so far. This stuff needs to go downstairs, the paperwork. The towels and blankets need to be folded and put away. I've set them here because I will do those, but I need to vacuum the laundry room floor over there, so I moved this. I have the girls' clothes I still need to put away. Sometimes I get behind. There's like 7 people I do laundry for, And so I sometimes get a little bit behind on putting things away. Not washing and drying, but putting them away is tough sometimes. Gavin's over here doing the desk. He's going to put that together. He's got his tools. And I do need to clean my bathroom. It's not too bad, but you know, you need to wipe everything down and do that stuff. So I'm going to wait though, and I'm going to work on vacuuming. So all the floors up here are going to be vacuumed. I've already done my floor so that way Gavin could set up the desk and everything, and it was already clean. So I'm going to work my way this way. One of the problems I do have is the kids leaving their laundry in here after their laundry day has passed. So I need to find the owner of that basket. And this right here I found at Costco. Actually, I bought 3 of them. One of them I gave to somebody already. I can't remember who. They're collapsible laundry baskets. Awesome. They were like $8. And the kids can use them, collapse them, and hide them under their beds, which I felt like was perfect. So we are going to use those to make it a little easier to store. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and work on this room. I did vacuum up till there, but now I've got to go all the way here and do the bedrooms.
Okay, I have drawn you. This was a little too hard.
They tell you to.
So, yeah, so I asked John for some help.
Basically, what that means is I'm going to be doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
He's a good big brother.
Yes, he is.
Okay, the desk is put together. Let's put it over in that little corner over there for now.
I wanted to use this for my gaming setup.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
I think Dad wants to use it.
For his gaming setup.
Yeah, for his gaming setup. Right. Okay, I did finish vacuuming, so all the rooms and everything are vacuumed and done. And now I think I need to work on my bathroom. I can't remember if I showed you this yet or not, but we did finally get our sink installed in our bathroom. We just went ahead and used the sink that they had here. It does match the toilet, which has like the scalloped edges on it, which we're not super fans of, but it was here and it was new, never used. And so we're like, well, we could really use the sink, especially in your bathroom. So we went ahead and Sean put that in. Sean and John installed the sink. So we do have a sink in here finally. And it is nice to be able to, I don't know, like brush your teeth in your own bathroom and wash your hands in the sink in the bathroom after you use the bathroom instead of having to go to the bathroom down the hallway. So it has been nice and definitely more convenient since we put this in, but a little bit of progress at a time. So the boys got the desk put together. We've got it over here in this corner. That's what it looks like. I think that could be used as the actual desk, and then the white desk over here that we were using, I think what I might do is just leave this here and use it for laundry, because a lot of times what happens is I just use my bed for laundry. So I usually have like clothes all over my bed when I'm trying to fold and put laundry away, and I think the table will come in handy to be able to lay my laundry out on that instead, or at least on that, and then if I have to I can use a little bit of the bed, because sometimes it tends to get in the way, and so I think I'm going to do that. So that will still come in handy if I leave that there also. And we could use it for a second desk if we wanted to both sit up here too. So that's where I'm at right now. Now I have, let's see, I've done everything upstairs. Towels are always such an issue. So I always have just like tons and tons of towels to fold and put away. Sometimes the girls will help me fold and put them away. Well, a lot of the times the girls will help in some way. Our schedule has kind of gotten thrown off a little bit with Emma's new job, because sometimes she works like on Fridays, sometimes she works on the weekends, sometimes it's other days of the week, and so we're trying to like fit things in, because like laundry day, her laundry day is Friday, and so then she'll have to have me help her do a laundry, and so sometimes, you know, when you have things that come up or new things, you know, you have to kind of switch your routine around, and it can be hard at first, especially for us, because everything just kind of works seamlessly once you have it in place, and then when you throw a little hiccup in there, then you have to try to switch things around or try to find a way that it works better for you. So I'm going to work on this stuff, and then what's nice is that I have everything done before nap already, and so I love when that happens, because then I can stop worrying about the upstairs, and then I can go downstairs and work in my office or do something else that I need to do downstairs. I know I have like some testing I need to do with the kids for school, but this will allow my mind to not think of the upstairs anymore, and then when the kids are napping, I can go do other things and actually focus on that, which is helpful.